Hello there and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and today it's time for a ship video again. And this time I picked the USS KELVIN because I already did the Katinga and the Veldor, and the KELVIN is the third ship in that ship class, and now it's the Federation. And the USS KELVIN is a ship for a shipyard level 42, and with the Federation, on reputation wise, you have to be at commended to get blueprints for it, but I'll come to the blueprints a bit later. First of all, I want to give you a quick introduction into the KELVIN. Like the Veldor and the Katinga, the KELVIN is a base defense ship, because the ship ability is, when defending at the start of each round, the USS KELVIN increases the shield piecing, armor piecing and accuracy of every ship and defense platform by 30%. And that is, of course, nice, especially in incursions when you need to defend and want to defend because you want to get the points for the damage of the others when they fail to destroy your station or the defense of your station. As I said, it's a shipyard level 42 ship, and you need to be commended with the Federation in this case. But of course, there are other ways to get blueprints as well. First of all, we go to the standard one, and that is via your faction store. I chose the Klingons after the triple lock, so I'm not commended with the Federation yet, but I can show you that I can already see the KELVIN here. And you can buy blueprints in your faction store for the KELVIN in the Federation faction store when you're commended. And I can show you at the Klingon one the cost for it, because the Katinga and the KELVIN and the Veldor are the same class, and the Katinga here, for example, costs 1320 Klingon credits, and that will be the same for the KELVIN. And if you compare it to the Enterprise, which is the last ship before the KELVIN, there's 1200 credits, so it's just 120 credits more expensive per blueprint. And the KELVIN still needs only 150 blueprints, as you can see here. But it gets worse. You see the Newton class already, they need 350. So 150 is not that bad, and it's not that expensive yet. Getting to the next class will be much harder. But the KELVIN has an advantage. I will tell you in a second when I finish with the blueprints. You see that I already got 39 KELVIN blueprints, but I cannot buy them because it's locked in the faction store because I don't have the reputation. And those I got by grinding hostiles. And you get the chance at least to get KELVIN blueprints in systems from level 45 to 58. It was, when I correctly know. Yeah, 45 to 58. And there you have the chance to get KELVIN class blueprints, and I already got 39 there. I mostly did it with destroying Federation transports in Sol, or heavy Federation transports in Sol. How you can do that early, on the one side for the normal Federation transports and on the other side for the heavy Federation transports, there are 2 videos in my playlist with helpful tricks. So if you want to know how to do this with an epic ship of a few million power already, with the right crew, have a look for those 2 videos after this one, of course. And those are 2 ways of getting blueprints for the KELVIN. And the third way is like this. If you've seen the Katinga and the Veldor videos, you will know already. It's the away team store in your Alliance store. Go to away teams there, and there you also find ship blueprints. You see that I can get Katinga ones here. I already can get Corina ones, although I haven't fully reached the reputation, so it starts a bit earlier. But you don't need the shipyard level for getting the blueprints, because the Corina, for example, is shipyard 46. I'm shipyard 43 at the moment on this server, and so I still can get them. So you will find the KELVIN blueprints in here next to the Enterprise. No, I scrolled too far. Next to the Enterprise, when you get enough reputation with the Federation, and then you also can start getting blueprints here. But the blueprints for that class are quite expensive, with 3,950 of those away team credits. And for my taste, you get too few in the away team missions. It's really hard to get the critical ones where you get a 5,000 at one time or whatever. But still, it's a little help. So you get a few over time here in the away team store as well, and it all adds up. And at some point then you can build the Kelvin when you are going for the Federation. Or by grinding Federation hostiles, if you do enough of them, you can also get 150. You saw that I got 39 of the 150 already, and so that works as well. But there's one thing why I want to go back to the shipyard, why the Kelvin, even if I decided for the Katinga this time, why the Kelvin is an important ship. Because you will need longer to get the next level of these ships with the Corinar and so on, or the Pilum or the Newton, because the Kelvin is an interceptor. And despite the whole thing with the combat triangle, if you've never heard that word, there's another video on that one as well. But the combat triangle is not the most important here, it's an interceptor. And at the moment, because when they brought Gul Dukat in, they changed what is the best player versus player crew. And the best ship to have at the moment in player versus player is an interceptor. Because an interceptor with a full Cardassian crew is top of the notch in player versus player battle. And so having the Kelvin is not the worst idea. If you have the Kelvin with Gul Dukat, Damar and Garrick on board, that is quite a tough cookie. And that's why it has an advantage against the Veldor or the Katinga. But on each of these factions, Klingon, Romulan or the Federation, they're of course in this ship trio on that reputation levels. There always is an interceptor. I will get my interceptor very soon, with a lot of grind. Very soon, I mean in a few months, with grinding. But I'm reaching the reputation level today to buy Corinar blueprints in the faction store. And you can see when I go back here, the Corinar is the Explorer, and the Hector then is the Interceptor. So the third ship with the Klingons is the Interceptor, the first one with the Federation, and the third one, no, it's the second one already with the Romulans. Yeah, the third one with the Klingons, the second one with the Romulans, the first one with the Federation. That's what it was. And so all of them have an interceptor. But you never know. Scopely might soon bring up a new Battle Pass arc with a completely new topic. The last times it was Voyager, but you never know what gets in their mind again. And then there might be even better PvP crews, and suddenly a battleship is the best for PvP. But at the moment when I'm filming this, the best thing you can have is an interceptor, and with the interceptor PvP crew. But that can change. When I was on my last server, Lorca was the best thing you could get for PvP. Yeah, it's not anymore. Dukat changed it. But nevertheless, the Kelvin is a nice ship as well. I will get it over time just with grinding Federation hostiles, or when I reach that level with the Federation as well. But at the moment I'm working on my 1 billion faction lock with the Klingons. This time I chose the Klingons to go further after the triple lock. So when you play after time on different servers, for example, you can try different paths. And so I tried a few paths already, and so that's where some of my advice comes from. And if you like my videos, by the way, please do subscribe to the channel. Then you won't miss the next videos, and I'm really happy if you subscribe. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if I missed something, if you have some ideas, if you have requests for videos, or just want to say hello, just leave a comment. I'm always happy about your comments, and I have a look there regularly and I see them. And if you want to see something right now about offices, buildings, helpful tricks, the next video is here on the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.